So for my project, I chose to do traumatic brain injuries in children as my exceptionality. So what is a traumatic brain injury? The traumatic brain injuries are injuries caused by blunt force trauma to the head, a blow or jolt to the head that has a lasting impact on the brain and the mental health of the individual. A traumatic brain injury can happen in two different ways. Either a jolt or an outside force connects to the head and creates the injury, or an object can penetrate the skull and the brain to give an individual a traumatic brain injury. Both cases are very severe and have lasting effects and impacts on the person affected and those around them. So about 475,000 kids are affected each year, aged 0 to 14. And that stats from the National Health Institution. So this is not super common, but it happens for sure. Characteristics of a child with a traumatic brain injury. There are many different ways that this type of injury can show itself, such as changes to personality, mood swings that didn't occur before, decreased attention span, headaches, long-term and short-term memory loss. How we can help the children, how caregivers and teachers and parents at home can help the children that are affected by this. Individualized education plans, IEPs, are implemented for children, giving them ample amount of time to learn and retain things, as discussed before with the memory loss. That can become quite a hassle for kids. They have to relearn things on a daily basis, and teachers can really help out by implementing these plans. Daily involvement with counselors and extra attention from the teachers, going over key points multiple times to help the child. How are they diagnosed? CT scans and MRI machines, also known as computerized tomography and magnetic resonance imaging. It's a machine like that, and that's how kids get diagnosed after they go and see the doctor, who can tell the symptoms and everything. Obviously, if it's one where a child's head was penetrated by an object or something like that, I mean, obvious cases like that, they would just know right off the bat. But in lesser cases, they would go see their doctor, who would tell them the symptoms, who would then schedule them to have a scan like this, and that would inform them of where the injury is to the brain, what type of injury it is, and what the plan would be moving forward. And this can also affect the whole family. It's not just, okay, well, the child has a traumatic brain injury, what are we going to do? I mean, it affects the parents of the child, who not only have to see their kid go through something, so terrible, and they have to stay strong and be there and make sure their kid's comfortable, but they also have to research and plan and do all these things. So there's, groups and websites that you can go to that can refer you to support groups, financial support, get you in contact with the counselors that can help, and even tips and tricks to care for the child and give them the best life moving forward. And this is one of the groups that help do that. It's the Brain Injury Association of America. And like I said, it helps set you up with counselors. It helps set you up with financial support and things like that, because it's obviously a big impact on not only the child, but the parents and the caregivers and the teachers who see these kids on a daily basis. It's a pretty traumatic thing. So there are groups like this that help everybody involved. And my shareable item was a graph that I found on the National Institution of Health website. And this is, just a chart that can help you decide what to do next. Because like I said, it's not always just, something went through my kid's head and skull, and we know, the brain damage is there, and we just kind of know where to go from here. I mean, sometimes these things show themselves, at a later date, or in different ways and symptoms and stuff. And this kind of tells you exactly what to do and how to do it. So I think that would really help out, where a parent just knows the next steps and everything. So I thought that was good information to have. And that is my that's my project. So thanks for listening.